Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we are switching it up to Dr. Adam Kayot, and he's going to be talking about fall laminitis. I'm Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and Equus Television here at Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care in Ocala, the horse capital. We have Dr. Adam Kayot here with us, and throughout our interviews, laminitis pops up a lot because sometimes that is, unfortunately, the end result of a problem that a horse has. So I'm going to get Dr. Kayot to tell us what laminitis is. We saw a lot of fat ponies have it in England, on lush grass. Yeah, it was quite common.
Two types of ponies, ones that have foundered and ones that will. That's what it is.
That's it. That's true.
So laminitis. Laminitis is just a medical term of inflammation of the lamina. The lamina are these finger-like projections that hold the coffin bone or P3 in place in the hoof. So it attaches from the coffin bone to the hoof wall, and they interlock, and that is your lamina. Horses can get laminitis from basically any stressful event on their body. They can get laminitis from being really sick. They can get laminitis from overeating. They can get laminitis from overexertion. They can get laminitis from just about any stressful event. Luckily, that doesn't happen that way generally. Generally, there's some metabolic issue or something that drags them to that point. We don't know the process that goes on physically in the horse to cause laminitis. We know things that will lead to it, but we don't understand the process even in 2022 of how it all happens, what reactions occur in the body that lead this horse to having laminitis. Certainly we know different things that can lead to it, but we don't understand why, which makes it very difficult to treat. That's why we don't have a good treatment for it. I always tell people this: you ask 10 different veterinarians how to treat laminitis, you're going to get 11 different answers. And that's because there's not one good way to treat it. So it's basically inflammation in the lamina that causes discomfort to the horse. And they don't want to walk on their feet because their feet hurt.
And we know no feet, no horse. That's a very old expression because you've got over 1,000 pounds, at least with a horse, on those little feet, and then you've got pain. Right.
They certainly need 4 of them. And when they can't bear their weight evenly and give each leg a break, then you can have problems. But certainly when you see the most common sign of a horse that has having a laminitic episode is one that's unwilling to walk, unwilling to turn, and when they do walk, you might see them typically rock back onto their hind end and try to put more of their weight on their hind end, because most of the time laminitis happens in the front feet. It can happen in all 4, but most of the time it's just in the front because they carry most of their weight up there. So that's what you'll typically see. The complaint I get is Star didn't want to come in from the field, or he walked really slow to get in from the field. He didn't want to turn, and that's 9 times out of 10 when I hear that, number one thing that pops into my mind is laminitis, and that this horse is having a laminitic episode. And then on top of it, especially if Star tends to be chubby and you have those problems, and you've told the client, hey, you might want to take some pounds off, this might hurt you down the line. Well, it's always time to pay the piper, so to speak. So
diet can be an important part of the at least the therapy, the treatment, the good prevention goal. Yes, the prevention, right.
Yeah, the prevention, if you can, certainly. I mean, obviously, we've talked about metabolic problems before on this program, and that's a big cause of laminitis. that sort of thing for sure. When your horse is sick, trying to minimize inflammation and those sorts of things is always in the back of our mind as to is this going to lead to laminitis and founder. Once the laminitis gets so bad, I say the horse is foundered. That's when the lamina actually fail, so they die, and then the coffin bone then begins to rotate because you have flexor tendons on the back of the coffin bone that are always pulling against the coffin bone. That's why it rotates down like this. The lamina are not strong enough, not healthy enough to keep that coffin bone in place, and in the end point of that, if it's not managed or able to be dealt with, is a lot of times the coffin bone starts poking down through the bottom of the foot, which is extremely painful for the horse and basically unmanageable at that point. So we try to prevent that from happening. Like I said earlier, you ask 10 different vets, you're going to get 11 different answers on how to treat this sort of thing. I try to get really aggressive about the inflammation and try to get the inflammation out. If you get the inflammation out, blood flow can come to the area. So I'm really aggressive with anti-inflammatories, bute, banamine, soaking the feet in ice water. Horses can stand in ice water for a long, long time. The physiology proves that they can do that. They can handle it. They don't get frostbite on their feet for whatever reason. They can stand in snow all, forever, and you don't have to worry about getting frostbite. No, they get frostbite.
That's an interesting horse fact.
Yeah, right? They can stand in the snow and they don't have to worry about it. So you can keep them in ice water for a long time, and that's one of the main things that helps with that. So that's what I tell my clients that have it.
Or ice boots.
Ice boots,
anything
anything to get ice up around their foot and keep that there would help. I minimize walking, so I tell the person to put the horse in the stall, bed the stall as deeply as you can so you can get good support on the bottom of the foot. Sand actually is really one of the best things to do, actually, because it fills up the bottom of the foot very nicely, which we have a lot of around here.
We do.
So that helps. But if you can't get sand, just a nice thick bedding to help support the foot. I don't generally jump on magic, shoeing or anything like that initially until we start getting some rotation and it becomes more of a chronic issue. Then I'll, resort to some therapeutic shoeing and that sort of thing. But I try to jump on the inflammation. If you get that taken care of, a lot of times I've had a lot of success with that. Certainly in 20 years, I've had some losses too, but for the most part, I've had decent outcomes by doing that, and that's what I try to do. But prevention, if you can prevent it, especially in the chunkier, easier keeper horses, that saves a lot of heartbreak and
So a lot like people, if we avoid the weight, we avoid a lot of the concerns, everything from arthritis to laminitis or anything. Obviously, the lighter the horse or pony, the better, which is why ponies are predisposed to it so much, because they tend to get plump so easily.
Yeah, their ponies are meant to, live on scrub grass and nothing else really. But we love them and we give them treats, and they're so cute and stuff.
When they're pudgy, they're cute.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. It's not good for their health. No.
So when the coffin bone actually rotates and starts to push down, there isn't a lot that can be done. Is that right? And the outcome is not good, right?
Not a whole lot. I mean, you'll hear instances where some veterinarians have gotten aggressive and cut the tendons to help prevent that. I personally have not had great luck with that. Those horses, I think, tend to be pretty painful after that happens, and I haven't had very good success with that. There's a lot of stuff out there on laminitis if you start looking, and
catching it early, correcting the problem, getting the veterinarian out there and getting rid of that inflammation is key to success. That was the wrap-up sign, so we got to go. But that was laminitis with Dr. Adam Kayot at Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
Marion County is the horse capital of the world, and here's your chance to see them up close. Saturday, October the 4th at 10 a.m. in downtown Ocala. It's the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade, presented by Pat Myers Electric in the city of Ocala. See the horses parade through downtown with a meet and greet afterwards. Don't miss the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade to benefit equine education and Royal Blessing Rescue. October the 4th, 10 a.m. in downtown Ocala, the horse capital of the world.
At Florida HVAC Services, air conditioning is a mathematical process. There's no guessing in what size unit your home needs. Florida HVAC Services uses manual J-heat load calculations in diagnosing to guarantee your home is sized properly to control humidity and temperature, thus providing comfort all year round. With flat rate pricing, trained experts, and total peace of mind. For more information, go to flhvacservices.com. They are the air you breathe. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second segment of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we are going to switch gears. The Horse Talk Show was at Kentucky Downs for some very exciting racing last week. And I ran into top jockey Sophie Doyle. Here she is.
Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the Equus Television Network, and we are at Kentucky Downs enjoying an incredible day. Feels a little bit British here. Being at the turf races is wonderful. I love hearing all the British accents, and then run right into another one. Top jockey Sophie Doyle. Sophie, it's lovely to see you again.
Lovely to see you too.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has been.
I messaged your mom and said, I must catch up with Sophie and have a chat with her because you're in a couple of these incredible races today.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm actually feel pretty privileged to be back here riding again. It's sort of a time that I never thought I would get back again, that, you know, with motherhood coming along in my career. So to be back here today when riding multiple races is the biggest thing that I think it's really fun to do.
It really is, and it's interesting because, you know, we see the group of male jockeys and we see you, you know, and it must be a little bit difficult to sometimes be the only female or one of very few, right?
Yeah, it is. Sometimes it is. And actually, we just rode in the third race. Jane Elliott was riding as well, another fellow British girl. And actually, the two of us were very close with each other in the race. So it was quite fun to be like, I'm trying behind her and I'm watching Jane go forward, and she was trying her best. She actually ran third at 50-1, and then I ran fifth at like 75-1.
Wow.
So it's quite cool to see us Brits. And then Ben Curtis winning the race too. So the Europeans are flying the flag, trying to take the money from these guys.
Doing well, that's right, in the turf races. So talk to us a little bit about being out of it for a little while. Well, you had Emily, you took off some time, and then you came back. Was that a difficult transition? I mean, becoming a mom and then coming back into this?
It was something that I told myself a very long time ago, actually. You know, I always told myself once I have a family and I could never be doing this job again, I wouldn't be back racing again, because it is very dangerous and it's tough. And I've had a very good friend, John Ennis, actually said to me one day, look, I think you've still got that fire in you. If you really want to do it, why don't you give it a shot? I'll put 2 horses in for you to ride if you want to, and just ride them. See what you think. And the day came, I had Emily there, my mum there, and we ran second on the first day. So I said, okay, that's an easy way back in again. And then we ran back on the following day and I won the race. And I thought, oh my gosh, okay, now I've got the bug.
Back, right? Yeah. And so you're juggling motherhood and this.
Yeah.
Sportive husband is wonderful, of course.
Yeah.
So it matters
I mean,
a lot.
Chris is actually, he's actually one of my biggest trainers that I ride for. And I know everyone says, oh, well, he's your husband. Of course he's going to ride you. Actually, really, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
Because it's very hard with the owners, because the owners want all the big jockeys. I went on a horse the other day at Ellisfield called Windy Hawk. And of course it was, who's the top 5 available? None of them. And the owner, Richard Perkins, he actually said, well, is Sophie riding the race? He said, no. What do you think? He said, well, put Sophie on. She knows her. And we got the win on her. So that was really good, because, it's nice to when the owners ask for you, because then it's not such a biased opinion coming from Chris, because it's like, well, it's your wife, of course you want her to ride for you. But it's pretty handy when you've got a wife that can ride pretty well.
Right.
So, it does help, but it's also tough for him when things don't go so right, and he's not in a position to really blame the jockey. So there's a different factor, and we've got when it goes great, it goes right, it's fantastic, and when it doesn't, it's a little bit difficult. But it's a business too, so we, when he has to make decisions, try not to take it to heart too much.
Right.
But he's got a business to run, and I've got a business to run, and sometimes in some races, I've got other horses that I need to ride that might be better than the one he was about to put me on.
Right.
And I'm very lucky in Kentucky that the state and the stewards allow me to ride against Chris, because in many states, actually, I'm not allowed to ride against him.
Is that right?
It's either I ride the race for him or I have to sit out the race. It's very frustrating when I do go to tracks that I can't ride against him.
You can't, yeah.
Because I tell you one thing, when we do run against each other, I am riding as hard as I can to possibly beat him.
Yes.
And I've done that for the past 11 years of being together with always, if I'm riding for him, I'm trying really hard. And if I'm riding against him, I'm trying extra hard. And everyone says, well, it's Chris's business too. And I'm like, yeah, but that goes in his pocket. That money goes in my pocket.
That's right. That's right. And then your brother rides as well.
Yes, James is doing very well. He's, he rode for Godolphin for I think about 10, 11 years. And then now he's picked up with the Waffnan group, and he's become first jockey with them for the season.
Nice. And Mum was a trainer, so it's in the family.
Yeah, I'd say so. And Emily, my daughter, she absolutely loves horses. She's really into them, and everybody, of course, keeps saying, oh, she's the next jockey. And I say, she can be the next jockey if she goes through every single avenue in racing. And if she still wants to be a jockey, I'll support her. But I'd love for her to go through all the different aspects of racing, the breeding side, the bloodstock.
Learn it all.
Even like this behind the scenes and being a TV presenter in the race and being a racing analyst. Yeah. There's just so many different careers that you can go into with racing.
There really is. So many.
To become, for her
we call it from mucking to media.
Mucking to media.
And everything in between, right?
I think that saying, go ahead and be a jockey, do what I'm doing, I think it's too easy. I just feel like there's so many different avenues that she could go down and just have a really broad mind about what's actually out there and different things that she could accomplish.
What's incredible. Do you have a bucket list that you would like to achieve?
For me, just riding races and being healthy and staying safe. I would love to be winning some greater stakes again. It'd be really nice if we could win a couple of these and get on the board in most of the races. That would be wonderful.
That would be awesome.
But in racing, I would probably either be a racing analyst, or if I eventually get the dream farm in Kentucky that I would love to sort of do the off-track thoroughbreds, help trainers with horses that need a little break and freshen up. so they can come to the farm, do some off-track work, and then go back into their full-time work and just help horses in general and racing in general to keep the sport moving forward, and just be able to help trainers that when they're stuck on the amount of stall space that they have, because a lot of trainers run out of stall space. So then they're saying, right, where can we send them to that we can trust the person we send them to, and that person knows what they're doing, how to help their fitness stay right there. So when they come back in to run races, they're fresh and ready to go again.
Brilliant. Sophie, it's lovely to see you. We wish you all the best today and in your future. Your goals are incredible, and your family are amazing folks. So thank you so
You're
much.
Welcome. Thank you.
Here was Sophie Doyle at Kentucky Downs, Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show.
Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold salt water spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform and recover with Equine Therapy International.
DAC Vitamins and Minerals has been making a world of difference for 35 years. Do you know what sets DAC apart? We use chelation minerals from Alltech, which allows for better absorption. DAC is the only supplement company Alltech provides ingredients for. We have our nutritionist, Performance Horse Nutrition, NASP, which is the quality seal, which guarantees our products and ensures our use of quality ingredients. DAC gives you a guaranteed analysis in every 1 ounce scoop, a 60-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't your partner deserve the best? Visit feeddac.com.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hey, this is Buck Brannaman. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we have a special guest in the studio, Jace Harold. And Jace is from, well, I know him from several different places. The Stomp Barn, Triple Cross Church, and also from visiting a very fun evening the Honky Tonk Opry. Jace, thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
Lovely to have you here in the studio with us live and with your guitar.
Woohoo!
Yes. So we are going to talk a lot about you, and we're going to talk a lot about the Stomp Barn, and we're going to encourage, we're going to encourage a lot of people to come out to the Stomp Barn next month, because we had a wonderful time, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a blast.
We had a good time. You know, he's called Dancing Pete Rhoda for a reason.
I'm not going to forget.
I know you're not. Next time you see him, you're going to go, Dancing Pete Rhoda.
It's locked in.
You know, you wouldn't believe it, but he dances a lot. So we're going to kick this segment off. I think it would be really fun if you would sing us a song. So you can take your pick and just...
I got one of my favorites that's on the brand new CD I guess it's a hard drive. Brand new hard drive that we just recorded. It's kind of a funny story, but... It's my way or the highway, what my daddy said to me. I left home the hard way, I just couldn't see. My stubborn ways took me 4 days down some old dead-end road. But that all changed when Jesus took control, saved my soul. Now that His way is my way. I don't waste no time trying to make it on my own. Now that His way is my way. The steps I take, for heaven's sake, I'll never walk alone. I don't wake up every morning with my halo on, 'cause my human side ain't satisfied leaving me alone. So I drop down on my knees, give my keys up to the one who's my designated driver, always takes me home. Now that His way is my way. I don't waste no time trying to make it on my own. Now that His way is my way. The steps I take, for heaven's sake, I'll never walk alone. Oh, the steps I take, for heaven's sake, I'll never walk alone.
Woo! I think we can have a round of applause for the studio audience as well for that, can't we? Yeah. That was great. Hey,
I had a friend that from Texas that stopped by my house one day and said, let's write a song together. He's a pretty good songwriter. And of course, he does more of a contemporary stuff, and I do the old honky-tonk style. And the next, it kind of was a nice match. We butted heads quite a bit, but that's normal. That's what men do. So it don't matter if you're writing a song or not. You argue. But it worked out good. It was a great song, and it's kind of almost about that, just...
It's great. That's incredible.
My ways.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm still trying to get over my way, but...
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
So what is your background in music? Tell us the start.
Man, that goes back a long ways.
Yeah, how old were you when you knew you could sing? Because I always knew I couldn't. Always wished I could.
That's the thing. I was in bands when I was young, and of course with my dad's band to start with, I probably was 13 when I started building my own bands and started. I think my first thing I did was an Elvis thing,
cover.
Me and my neighbor buddies, Yeah, and it was kind of cover. I was Mennonite, so it was a little bit. Be careful what you did. Tread softly. So, but so just from there, it just evolved, and by the time I was probably 16, 17, 18, I was playing blues. It was actually a blues band, and
really?
A lot of it. That kind of stuff, a little southern rock stuff. Young people do, and and played like that till one day I had an awakening. Buck Owens got a hold of me.
Oh, wow.
Buck Owens and Ray Price. I'm like, what is this? I sure like this, kind of Bakersfield thing in Texas. I call it Texas sound, whatever. And I haven't gone off that. I've been on that for now 20 years. I've been playing kind of that style. They call it rockabilly almost. Swing, rockabilly, shuffles. Yeah.
He can dance to any of it. So
in Europe they call it rockabilly. Here we call it like swing almost. But
I felt like we were on Hee Haw. That's a compliment.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
That's a compliment. That is such a compliment. Thank you so much.
I grew up on Hee Haw and I loved Hee Haw.
I know.
I was just waiting for Grandpa to get up there and you guys tell a few jokes. And
I was waiting for you to get up and dance.
Comedy is definitely is a big part of that style of music too, kind of that hillbilly stuff. Yeah. So long story short, moved to Nashville, 30 years old. I had a single out on radio called Hard Times, radio tours, stuff, and then my boys were like 10 and 12 years old, and they started getting interested in music, and overnight they learned how to play music.
I know, it amazes me when I see all of you up there, and it's like a family thing, and I think, wow, you're all talented.
So which ones were your boys?
The bass and the drummer.
Okay, because I was actually going to compliment the drummer.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah,
he's been playing for 20 years since he was 10. They both started playing when they were around 10, 12 years old, and overnight they learned. They were so amazing. So I just kind of evolved into. Well, I didn't know where I could fit anyways in the world. I still don't fit.
Who does?
I'm weird. I know it's weird. I mean, I don't really. I feel like all.
Try
artists,
being English.
Well, no, but
In
you guys
America.
you sound smart. It doesn't matter what you do.
See, I wouldn't agree with that.
You don't?
No, sir.
Me and my friend were just talking about the other day. It's like if you have an accent like that, you get paid more. Your wages are doubled immediately.
I got to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, you've been shortchanged. Yeah.
Right.
So I got a bit of a Mennonite, probably. You can probably tell a little. Every now and then a Mennonite comes out of me, because we definitely have our own language, like the Low German.
Really?
Yeah. So every now and then it comes up. If I hang out with like an old friend, then it kind of pops out a little bit.
So that happens to me when I hang out with somebody English.
Yeah,
it gets even stronger.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. That was the Winnie already.
Already.
We are going to talk about the Stomp Barn, by the way, but
promise.
this is very interesting. So we've really enjoyed listening to Jace, and thank you for sharing with us. And we are going to take a break and come back on the second half of the show, and we're going to talk about the Stomp Barn. I know you're dying to know what that is, so stay with us.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to PatMyersElectric.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
It's time to fight back against summer sores with Kaywell's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store Kaywell sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at KaywellUSA.com. Kaywell, strength by nature.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Centre in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now. The team of professionals at Equifence of Florida specialise in equestrian fencing, offering great communication, quality fencing, and all done in a timely manner. Reliable service with horse safety in mind all the time. Also offering customised residential, vinyl, wood, aluminium, and chain link fences services. Equifence of Florida, quality fencing done right to keep your animals safe. For more information, find Equifence of Florida on Facebook now.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. She's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
I'm Tick Maynard, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Danson Pete Rhoda.
And we have the pleasure of having Jace Harold here with us, and he has shared a wonderful song from his album with us. He has been Inspirational Singer of the Year. He has multiple CDs out, and he does multiple things in his very busy life, including manage the Stomp Barn, which Pete had his opportunity this past Saturday. By the way, thanks, Pete. He already had plans, and I told him he had to change them because he was coming to the Stomp Barn.
I have two girlfriends.
Yeah. I know it, sorry.
Yeah.
And that you enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a great time. So from the moment that I arrived and walked across the bridge and got to the door, just blown away by everything. This is my second visit, but this time I really wanted to share the actual experience. So this is where you walk in. If you're watching, not just listening, you can find us on Facebook or Equus TV and see. When you go in, there's a lovely gift shop area that has a fantastic coffee shop. By the way, that latte I had put all other lattes to shame. It was delicious. They did a lovely job. The gift shop's fantastic. The homemade pies and cakes and things in there are phenomenal. And that's just that's the beginning of it all. Arriving, lovely, lovely environment. Jace, it's beautifully set up in there. I don't know if it was you or Orion that said to me, my gosh, you feel like you're at a special event. And I said, well, you are.
Well, I actually said that it felt like the Grand Ole Opry before they went to the Ryman.
It was just
a barn.
That's the goal. Even the Opry is the same thing. We just bring it back to when it was pure and clean and just fun.
And just fun.
And family.
It really is.
Family fits, you know.
So you are so spot on, because that's what I said to Pete today on the phone. I said, you can take your family, you can take your kids. It is just such a lovely environment. When you arrive, you can have a free line dance lesson if you'd like to learn to dance before, and that's a wonderful opportunity as well. And then you can get food. And where can you go for that price? And I want to thank Sean Mosley at Acres for suggesting, because this might not be directly horse related, but I can tell you that place was full of horse people.
You can smell it.
Yeah. There's horses everywhere.
Truly, who love to go to a barn type place where they feel they can take their whole family and have a meal.
That's
and
the culture, the American culture, which has kind of died.
Mm-hmm.
You look at all the old Westerns, every Saturday night they get together and they had the fiddles playing, and that was kind of that was a vision.
The ranch where I learned horsemanship, every Wednesday we had a guy like you show up, professional, and he played by the campfire, and we all listened, and different people sang, and that's what it reminded me of. You had lots of different ladies come up and sing
Beautiful
And
voice.
they were,
Yes.
yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, very.
So if I can get up there, no, you don't.
Everybody will leave.
Yeah, they'll boo me off. The gong will go off.
Go back to dancing, people.
Yes.
No, it's just a really great experience. Now, how long has this been going on? Because I feel.
Since COVID. So you got to thank COVID for it.
Okay.
Because I had actually, that was, we had kind of stopped touring quite a bit, but we actually were thinking about going heavy again. So I bought a bus, and we had a solid year of stuff lined up, and COVID hit, and I had already started kind of building a barn a little bit at that point, and I had a lot of free time all of a sudden. So, long story short, we just...
So you built that barn?
Yeah.
It's beautiful,
Wow,
isn't it?
And it's not
I
just...
would have sworn it was 100 years old.
I know, isn't that crazy? And it's all wood that I cut from trees that I cut from my land, so...
Wow. So you're multi-talented.
Well, no, I'm just crazy.
Okay.
You don't have to be talented if you're crazy enough.
Yeah.
You just jump in. I tell people, they think I'm talented. It's like, no, that was the third try.
No, I'm just crazy enough to do it again.
I just keep going until I get it. That's all.
It's
Anybody
just such
can do
a
that.
beautiful place,
So-
And I really feel like not enough people know, and that's why we really wanted Sean and from
Somebody's going to have to get the
Control.
neighbors to use
Well,
their
if we get too many
pastures.
people, then we're going to have to build on again.
Yeah.
I got to work.
What a problem to have.
Yeah.
But really, just to be able to go and have an evening, honestly, anywhere for under $20, under $50, honestly, to see a performance like that.
And then be able to get a
I would
meal.
like it to be free, but at this point, it's not possible.
Yeah, but sometimes
I
giving...
know
If I was
you
a
would.
millionaire, somebody would give me $1 million.
I know,
could do
right?
it.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
sometimes
Me too.
giving it free doesn't help. I think sometimes...
Yeah.
No, it turns it
It
off.
needs to have
yeah,
value.
because it's just it's not much money,
No.
and it helps to pay for the band and stuff.
But to get a good meal, a coffee...
Well, the food is incredible.
Yes.
Well, Mennonite background, so
There it
it's
is.
bad for the waistline, but good. I mean, it makes you happy.
It does.
It's really...
No, it was lovely. And actually, Orion picked up the bun that the hamburger was in, and she goes, "Do you think these are homemade? This tastes homemade."
Oh, my wife is authentic. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
If you come with a box of any kind of stuff, she will shoot it out of your hand.
Yeah.
Box filling? No.
No, it's lovely. Everything there is fresh.
Like everything, like in the winter, we get into some of the Mennonite dishes, and she could cheat a little bit and get some, no, she does it all by hand. It's like, man, it's weird. It tastes better when it's done by hand.
And first Saturday of every month, and this is actually Stomp Barn, Micanopy, but very close to Reddick, actually very close to like the crossover you just saying.
Flemington.
Yeah,
how
it is.
close.
Yeah, it's right on the border.
Address, but it's Flemington.
And it's first Saturday every month.
Every month.
And
Lord willing.
Yes, and it is just an incredible environment and free dance lessons, and there's great food, and you've got to check it out. The band is off the charts, and I just want to mention also the Honky Tonk Opry that you do as well at Triple Cross is fantastic. That is a great evening.
That is 15 years running.
That's amazing.
Wow. And,
that's incredible. That's the one I said you've got to come because it's so great.
And there I usually bring in a bigger artist. And
yeah, Jeff Bates was last time, and
yeah.
he was phenomenal. I mean, that was fantastic. He sang some songs. I'm like, I know that song. I just didn't know it was him that sang it.
I've been guarding all my friends from coming to Stomp Barn. It's like, no, that's my gig. You can have the Opry. I'll bring you in for the Opry, but Stomp Barn, that's mine.
Oh.
I love it too. It's something. How great is it that I can walk 50 feet and plug my
I know,
guitar
it's
and start
fantastic.
playing?
So how many families, because there's another family that was playing up there,
Yeah,
the
Brad's
fiddle
family.
player.
Yeah.
Mhm. Grace, his
Right.
daughter.
Yeah.
And then he had his youngest daughter come up that she
Garnet.
sang.
Yeah.
So it's a family.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, we're very family.
They're very family oriented. So we have just under 2 minutes left in this segment. I want to invite everybody to check out the Stomp Barn, the Honky Tonk Opry, Triple Cross. You'll hear this guy, and he is brilliant, better than brilliant. Him and his band and family, just incredible. Please find it and join us next month. And I'm going to ask Jace, with just about a minute and a half left, if he'll take us out on a song.
That's putting a lot on me.
I know.
2 songs. This is my other favorite song on the album. Art save me from myself where I failed. Lead me on closer to you. I'm sick of sin. Cleanse me deep within and keep me from the things I shouldn't do. So help me with this aching, breaking heart. Lord, help me, I'm falling apart. You know that I can't see, so help me to believe and help me with this aching, breaking heart. I'm falling from
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
Cut through the noise and distinguish your business with a custom vehicle wrap from Smash Wraps. Get noticed with eye-catching vehicle wraps that showcase your brand's identity and earn you more business. If you're looking for a custom designed vinyl wrap for horse trailers, box trucks, cars or pickup trucks, for a single fleet vehicle or for 100, no job is too big for the Smash Wraps team. Make your appointment to set your business apart today. Find us on social media or at smashwraps.com. And remember, don't just wrap it, smash wrap it.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold saltwater spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform and recover with Equine Therapy International. It's time to fight back against summer sores with Kayot's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store Kayot sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at KWellUSA.com. Kaywell, strength by nature. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
This is Charlotte Cannon, and you are listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor. Switching it up now to Tricia Cybersma from Heartworks. Here she is. Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. I am delighted to welcome a guest back for episode 2 with Tricia Cybersma from Heartworks. And we're visiting with Gwen as well. So if you're joining us via TV or Facebook, you get to see Tricia and Gwen today. And Tricia, we are thrilled to have you back with us. And we are going to talk a little bit about the art of healing through horses. So let's start off with, tell me about your horses who heal through art and what that means to you and to our audience.
I would love to. So my horses are a collection of rescued horses, and rescued in a variety of categories. Some were rescued because of physical situations, and some were rescued because of actually mental and emotional situations, such as Gwen, who was a high-performance horse. She came to me very unexpectedly, just done with people, done with interactions, especially done with riding in competition. And I had a choice. I could have either just sold her or navigated through it by walking my talk. And I chose to do that because I just knew there was going to be something very special on the other side of it. And now here we are riding again, interacting again, and she's really found joy of life again, and especially through her paintings.
That's such a lovely story. I love that your horses have all been rescued from situations. I'm such a supporter of people having horses that have been through different situations. They've been able to bring them into a great safe place again, and obviously give them such a great job as well, which is wonderful. The experience and just the incredible energy from being around horses. It really doesn't matter whether they're sport horses or pasture pets. The incredible energy is just amazing. So tell us how art can be created by a horse and make somebody actually feel better, even if they're as far away as I am or further.
Yes, all art carries the vibration of the person who created it. That's not a new thing. It's just like cooking. If you're cooking and you're in a good mood, you're putting that good mood into what you're cooking. Vice versa, if you're not cooking in a good mood, you can fill in the blanks. And so it's true with art. So these horses paint from the place of what they've overcome, not as victim energy, but what they've overcome. So Gwen paints from the place of trust, self-love. I am enough. I don't need to prove myself to anybody. I am enough just as I am in the present moment, which she's showing us here today. But also I've given her permission to be in the various stages of her coming to realize that during our journey. And so we also paint from a place of coherence. As a heart math trainer, we prep into coherence, which is a heart-brain alignment, which creates a different kind of energy. And from that place, the horses are invited to paint. They're always invited. They're never like told to paint or coerced into painting. They're invited to paint. And so that energy transmits into their painting. And we can measure that energy independently through biofeedback and a technology called BioWell. And the paintings themselves do carry their own frequency measured in hertz of coherent energies.
So interesting. And when I read this, when you sent all of this information to me and I read this, and I had never thought about, well, I certainly hadn't thought about preparing a meal, but we do put energy into everything we do, and whether that be positive or negative. And obviously, like you said, if you're not having a good day or you're in a bad mood or something sad has happened, that affects everything you do in life, certainly. But I had never thought about art from the sense of the energy the artist put into that art before I studied up on Heartworks and read information that you've written. I find that very, very interesting, but that goes along the lines of everything that we do with horses and how horses even react to us dependent on our moods or our energy that day. So it's so very interesting to parallel this with your heartists, as you call them, which I love that they're heartists, not artists. So coherence really matters in this kind of art. No internal fight, a flowing of the mind, body, and spirit together, because animals, especially horses, feel this, right? They feel everything that we feel.
Yeah, they're heightened in that area because they are prey animals and they rely on their senses to keep them safe. And when we are in a coherent state, we smell different, we move different, the vibration of our voice is different, and they can pick that up immediately because being prey animals, their energy is sacred and they don't want to waste any energy on anything that they don't need to. So they prefer to live in a coherent state and will thrive when their humans are also aware of that and in a coherent state. And some of the therapy work that is done with horses, because they naturally want to be in a coherent state, is they help regulate other people and other horses to shift into that coherent state so that they're more comfortable. And then the other horses and humans are more comfortable. And then everyone is in a learning state of mind, applying that into teaching your horse something or us learning something with horses. One of the big benefits of being in a coherent state, other than accessing more creativity and more information, you're in a learning state of mind.
That's very, very interesting. It explains a lot about why horses are so good in therapeutic situations in general, whether it be, with disabled folks or people maybe in hospice or going through any kind of health situations. You can see that what that interaction with the horse actually does for that person. It's really incredible, remarkable, and I've seen it many, many occasions.
Yes, they're part of just their biology and their makeup is to regulate their surroundings.
Indeed.
So to regulate, yes, and they use their electromagnetic heart energy to do that.
So measuring a person's field before and after interacting with horses, that this has actually been measured and proven to increase harmony, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And then when you put that into a painting that can then be carefully digitized onto something you can have in your home or something you can wear, like my 3 little hearts on my t-shirt, that energy then is radiating even away from the horse.
We're going to wrap up this segment with Tricia Cybersma, but make sure you tune in with us next week on the Horse Talk Show to hear the second part of the art of healing through horses. Tricia, she is wonderful with Heartworks, all about harmony. I love it. Check her out at heartworks.horse. We're coming back. Stay with us. World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com. Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold saltwater spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform and recover with Equine Therapy International. Ocala Dog Ranch offers a variety of services for your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
The team of professionals at Equifence of Florida specialize in equestrian fencing, offering great communication, quality fencing, and all done in a timely manner. Reliable service with horse safety in mind all the time. Also offering customized residential, vinyl, wood, aluminium, and chain link fences services. Equifence of Florida, quality fencing done right to keep your animals safe. For more information, find Equifence of Florida on Facebook now. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
Cut through the noise and distinguish your business with a custom vehicle wrap from Smash Wraps. Get noticed with eye-catching vehicle wraps that showcase your brand's identity and earn you more business. If you're looking for a custom-designed vinyl wrap for horse trailers, box trucks, cars, or pickup trucks, for a single fleet vehicle, or for 100, no job is too big for the Smash Wraps team. Make your appointment to set your business apart today. Find us on social media or at smashwraps.com. And remember, don't just wrap it, smash wrap it.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hello, I'm Chris Cox, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show for this week, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you so much to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we are going to switch things up to Dancing Pete's Horsemanship Tip of the Week.
Dancing Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship. So today's Tip of the Week is let the horse find connection first. So I've been doing a lot of Liberty with a student, and they're constantly putting their hand out and wanting to have the horse touch them. And I'm like, let the horse come to you and let them make that connection before you offer that connection. Because so many times we try to put that connection out there and we actually scare the horse and go, oh, I was just getting comfortable beside you and now you're reaching for me. So you gotta be thinking, let them feel comfortable, then let it be obvious that they want to make a connection, and then you say, okay, let's connect.
Hey, I'm going to go back to Tricia Seibersma on that. And she mentions this in an upcoming segment, that going to the horse and just standing there and taking some deep breaths and relaxing. And she focuses a lot on that to give the horse a chance to know you're there, feel you're there, and feel your energy, what you're putting out. And that is so spot on with exactly what I've been talking to her about.
There you go.
I like that. If you own a horse, I'm sure you own at least one dog. So here's Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch. The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
And I'm Neil Hennessy, the owner of Ocala Dog Ranch. Hurricane preparedness. Just like you need to prepare for yourself to bug out, you should be prepared to have your pets go with you. Wouldn't hurt to have a bag packed, ready to go. Make sure your dogs are up to date on the vaccinations. If you're going to have to run to a shelter, you're going to have to prove that your dogs are vaccinated. Hurricanes now seem to be coming thick and fast and very strong. And we sometimes are going to have to run. Make sure your dogs are trained to be able to ride in a car, either in a crate or secured. You don't want your dogs jumping around, and you want them in a crate in case you get into an accident. You also need a copy of their documentation attached to their crate, so in case something happens to you, somebody can grab the dogs and the documentation. Also, food, medicines, anything that you would pack for yourself that is dog related, I would pack in a little to-go bag. Hurricanes, they're no fun, and that's one less thing to worry about.
That goes along with hurricane preparedness for horses, really, doesn't it? Make sure they're used to being in a horse trailer, make sure you've got your feed and hay and your medicine stocked up. All of those tips work very well for horses too. That makes so much sense, Neil. Ocala Dog Ranch, check them out. They have lots of great events, including dock diving.
Dock diving.
Imagine that. Let's go to some events, but a very quick mention before we do about equine infectious anemia has been detected in Montana. I know we're in Florida, but our show is watched all over the country and all over the world, so we want to get this news out. In Muscle-Shell County, I have never heard of that county before, a horse has tested positive for EIA, and we do know how fatal that is in horses, and I'm sure you understand what the Coggins test is for. Used to be swamp fever is what we called it down south, but down south, but you never ever want your horse to have that. So the property has been quarantined, and they're tracking back on other horses and people that have been in contact. So just a warning for folks out there in Montana and the surrounding area, so you are aware. Events. Piranha Family Foundation Golf Tournament is coming up November 14th. That is at the Country Club of Ocala. Piranha Animal Health and their foundation benefit 3 charities in this incredible event that they have. This is in its 4th year, and not just the golf tournament, but great networking, lots of fun, and a fantastic gala in the evening, second to none, with dancing. Yes. That's November 14th. If you would like to be a sponsor or form a team, this benefits some great charities, Canines for Warriors, Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses, and we absolutely love that they do this each year. And this event has grown and grown to be the finest golf tournament in Marion County and beyond. Don't forget that this wonderful event at the Florida Horse Park is coming up December 12th to the 14th. This is the Transformation Expo for the thoroughbred industry. This is a wonderful opportunity, whether your horse is fresh off the track or not. Yes, that's right. You can get out there and compete in some of these incredible events to show off your horse and get your horse seasoned. If you've done some training and you're ready for this is a great experience even for schooling, with $25,000 in prize money and awards.
Lots of different events, not just one show.
No, it's not. It's a phenomenal event. She's been doing this for 10 years now, and just
so dressage, barrel racing, show jump, hunters, everything.
Showing how incredibly versatile the thoroughbred breed is. The Equine Obstacle Challenge fundraiser is coming up for Florida Mounted, and that is a wonderful event because it benefits OHA, Open Hands Animal Rescue. They have over 58 dogs that they have rescued and fostered and got into homes this year alone. Medical expenses are through the roof all the time for them with this, especially with a lot of the dogs being dogs that have medical conditions already. So this is a phenomenal event because all of the money from this will go to help OHA.
And this is a horse event.
This is a horse event, yes, to benefit the dogs. I love that. So that is
October 18th.
And that is at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. And there are a number of different classes that they're having, the Mustang class, the in-hand, the mounted unit posse class. And I believe they're also adding now a thoroughbred class as well, as of last week.
Starts at 8 o'clock until it ends.
Until it ends. And it's only $50 a person a class. So another great opportunity to get your horse some fantastic training. Ibericon is also coming up at World Equestrian Center, October 13th to 19th. If you visited this event last year, you'd been blown away. That whole week, there are some of the top Olympic equestrians from all over the world who are going to be at World Equestrian Center offering
free advice, talks that you can show up and you can take in the information for free.
Yep.
And then normally you'd have to pay.
That's right. The big money for these people, and sit in and learn and watch, and they're doing some clinics. So get on there and find out all about Ibericon and get involved in this because you want to go and watch. And then on Saturday night, they have the Iberian Horse Spectacular, which is off all the charts. It's an absolutely phenomenal event. So definitely make sure this one is on your calendar and be there. And this one's really good.
Why? Is it the horse parade?
It's the Horse Capital Parade, which is put on by the CEP's Equine Initiative, presented by Piranha Animal Health. And Pat Myers Electric is sponsoring this, and Wilmette Construction, for us to have as many different horse breeds downtown, in our downtown square, and do a fantastic educational breed exhibit and parade of all the different breeds. So we have over 70 breeds.
Put it in your calendar on your phone, October 4th at 10 a.m. Be downtown Ocala.
Yeah, absolutely, and get to see them parading all around the square. Very excited. We have not done this since COVID started. So back in 2020, we have not had horses in downtown Ocala. So we're going to change that. So make sure you're out there October 4th for that. Customer Appreciation Day is coming up for Seminole Feed Stores. You know they've been in Ocala making feed for nearly 100 years. We love these folks, and they are going to appreciate their customers on September 20th with tons of discounts going on, 15% off in-store, $2 off Seminole Wellness, lots of deals, and a community-used tack and equipment sale going on at Highway 40 West starting at 8 and Bellevue at 8 also. So make sure you're there being appreciated. I can't believe it. It's flown by like crazy this week, hasn't it? I want to thank Jace Harold so much for being with us here in the studio. Check out the Stomp Barn, whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world.
Or not.
Happy horsing around till the same time next week.
See ya.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
Marion County is the horse capital of the world, and here's your chance to see them up close. Saturday, October the 4th at 10 a.m. in downtown Ocala. It's the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade, presented by Pat Myers Electric in the city of Ocala. See the horses parade through downtown with a meet and greet afterwards. Don't miss the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade to benefit equine education and Royal Blessing Rescue. October the 4th, 10 a.m. in downtown Ocala, the horse capital of the world.